Great. Bruce, you want to start us off?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Bruce?
Doing great. Doing great. Hey, just want to talk a little bit about Connor Antley's play last game. Had his hands full with Angulo. I mean, they were looking to isolate him, but you guys did a really good job of rotating a back out, the center back, for helping, obviously, because you're going to get beat, out wide occasionally. Um, Also, when the ball came into the box, we had people picked up earlier in the season. It seems like there was just all the guys in the other team were trying to make the box. It was really difficult. What are you guys doing differently right now? You're the master communicator in my mind back there, and I will see you looking and pointing things out to some of the guys. What are you doing differently? And I think whatever you're doing is obviously it's drying up the all the goals that we've given up.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe one of two things. I think it's been really good defensive play from our wide guys. I think Connor's done really well against really experienced wingers. If you saw the game against Club America, and I think those guys are have tons of pace, tons of skill. But the second thing I would say is that whenever we can keep the first center back home, whoever that may be, if that's us in a situation obviously where a center back for the front post would be like in this game was McNaughton, keeping him home to be able to protect the space and allow me and the backside to pick up men. It could be one or two obviously sometimes, and hopefully you have Schneggy in the back to cover, but that helps the most when you really can get protection and feel free to just pick up men. But obviously there's circumstances where you get pulled out as a center back, and when you do get pulled out into space, it's our time to make a play. To deny service and to really collapse the space as fast as we can.
Thanks, and good luck this weekend.
Next, we'll go to Donald Wine.
Thank you. Hey, Lucas. Thanks for your time this afternoon. I wanted to ask you, last month against Miami, obviously there was no Messi, but you were still able to control a lot of what they were doing and stifle their creative opportunities on offense. What do you do this time around, and how maybe is it going to be a little bit different with, of course, number 10 back in the lineup for them?
Yeah, obviously we're playing, arguably the best player in the world. So you need numbers. You can't be isolated. You need to be compact when he has the ball, and you got to expect the unexpected. He has tons of talent, somebody that we have to be aware of at all times, especially when we have the ball. Where he lingers and the space he occupies is difficult sometimes because he kind of hangs out in spaces that you're not always aware of. But yeah, he can do everything, So for us, it's just being aware, trying to stop counterattacks, trying to end plays when we have to, and try to get numbers around the ball.
You guys have played fairly well on the road the last couple of months, gotten the win last time out. What do you do down in Miami? Obviously, a raucous atmosphere. What have you guys been doing on the road to kind of block all that out and focus on what's on the field and getting 3 points?
I think the guys have shown that obviously throughout the season we've struggled in multiple games on the road, but at the same time we have that kind of mentality that we're not just going to roll over. We have a strong group of core guys that really just want to prove themselves every single week that this isn't what we want to do every day. And we may be going into teams like Cincinnati away or New York away that are really top teams in the league right now, and especially in the East Coast, that we really want to show who we are, and embark, kind of what we want to do in this next step of the new era.
Great. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Amari Paseco.
Hi, Lucas.
Hello.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, you're facing one of the best player in the world, if not the best player in the world. Is there, and he's very good at tight spaces and deciding games over the years. We've seen that with Messi. Is there anything specific that you guys trained to make sure that, he doesn't have spaces and, he's not harming your team tomorrow?
Not in particularly. I think a lot of teams over the course of his career have tried to have game plans to stop him, and obviously they have probably failed. So there isn't necessarily anything specifically that we've mentioned other than, we want to be aggressive. We don't want to allow space. We want to make sure there's pressure on the ball. And at the same time, we have to be aware of the second runner. Whenever he gets on the ball, he has an idea prior to that arrival all the time. And I think that's the next step that we have to be aware is the second guy. His one-time balls and one-time play that he has is next level. He sees something before it even has come to fruition. So being able to try to see, 2 plays ahead, a play ahead at least, and trying to mitigate all the creation that he can have.
Thank you, Lucas.
Last one from Dennis Gomez.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Lucas, for your time. As a collective unit, what are some of the dangers that you guys have analyzed on Miami from your game a few weeks ago, and how are you planning to, hopefully get a win or a draw?
Yeah, they're really dynamic in the counterattack and obviously in a low block. When we showed against Orlando, we struggled to kind of get out of our low block. And I think we were susceptible to a lot of delivery, susceptible to a lot of one-time play, shots outside the box, as we've shown, and Luis had a great game. So he's going to have to again. We know that. But that also takes all of us, all 11 players. So going to try to be as compact as we have always been, but at the same time trying to be aggressive in the sense of, trying to put our style of play, our ideas onto them, because we can't be scared at the end of the day. Like, this is a good team, but they're susceptible in certain ways, and they've shown that. So it's a great challenge, and I think the boys are really excited to go down there and fight for everything.